Some days, I feel like a pile of puzzle pieces waiting for someone to put them together. I'm doing 24 things in 2024, albeit at this point, quite poorly. Making a 1,000-piece puzzle was one of them. We got this gorgeous piece from the Sistine Chapel, creation of Adam, painted by Michelangelo himself. I started off with a simple plan. Do the easiest thing first, then slowly go up the difficulty ladder. And honestly, I think I started off pretty well. There is something about making things with hands that needs attention, demands your focus, tests your patience, and that is very satisfying. There are parts of the puzzle where recognizing pattern is easier than the rest. It's easier to find pieces with obvious links, like the edge pieces, or the outlines of the hand, or pieces which had both brown and blue hues. And there are bits that are obviously harder to recognize, like in this case, literally the entire background, which goes from blue to greenish blue to bluish green. It seemed impossible to do unless you are a mantis shrimp and can differentiate every single color out there. No, seriously, Google mantis shrimp and read this comic on the oatmeal. You will have a new enlightened view of the mantis shrimp. This puzzle took us a surprisingly long time. We spent days of our downtime doing a constructive activity, having coffee, and sharing quality conversations. Alas, putting this puzzle together was not something I could project manage my way out of. Some days, a lot of pieces came together. Some days, only a few. And many days, none. We had a period of lull. It was around the time when it got hard. It became impossible to separate a blue from a slightly different blue and a green from a slightly different green. Needless to say, the morale ran low, and it stared at us for days at end. And then one day, when you're ready for it, it's ready for you. The only thing to do is pull back, reassess, and realign. I realized I was looking at the problem all wrong. I didn't need a plan. I have plans. Scratch that, I have a shit ton of plans. What I do need is consistency. After having sat there for 20 days, the puzzle changed from being a sprint to now a marathon. All that was left was to pick up the pieces and start again. Surprisingly, when I thought we would get back our will to complete the puzzle, it would be an epiphany, like a dramatic moment when it would all magically fall in place. Spoiler alert, not really. When you sit with the problem long enough, you start seeing the dots that connect. Little lines, the different hues, patterns that seemed impossible to notice earlier. But really, it was just a matter of us sitting at the table, refusing to be bogged down, and coming back to it every single day. Some days you're able to put together a lot of pieces, and then it feels like you just can't do it anymore. You can force yourself. You can sit there, and when nothing moves forward, you can hate yourself for not doing more. Or you can accept when you're spent, leave it for the day, and come back tomorrow re-energized along with your will to move the puzzle forward. Fortunately though, unlike life, an actual puzzle doesn't automatically unravel itself from time to time or have mental breakdowns. It stays put, and I am grateful for that. You put it together piece by piece by piece, and one day it'll be a whole picture. To me, this puzzle will always be a story of us visiting the Sistine Chapel in the Vatican, sitting with my partner for almost 20 hours collectively over a month and completing it, and a reminder that the milestones we remember our lives by might be destinations we reach, but life itself is the journey, regardless of how bad I am at filming it. Life is actually best lived in the moment. You string it together moment by moment by moment, and it turns into a well-lived life. So I guess if I want someone to put my life together like a puzzle, it will have to be me. Video by video by video. Ciao!